Hey Leos, it's Heather here with Earth Empress. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your June connection spread. So what we're going to do, guys, we're just going to do what we've been doing, kind of. We're going to get the energy of the person you're connecting with. We're going to pick up your energy, and then in the middle, kind of let the cards fall where they may and see what the story is telling us. It's for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Leo. And if you're cross-watching, welcome. This could very well resonate, for you as far as the Leo energy goes. Take it as it fits. Don't try to force things. If this reason doesn't seem to fit for you, it might not be your reading. So, feel free to click on one of the links or videos down below. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the energy of the person you're connecting with. So what can we get for the person that Leo is connecting with here? All right, guys, we have Ten of Swords, the Universe, Three of Wands, and Four of Crystals. Okay. So right out of the gate, we have this Ten of Swords energy here. And this energy talks about cycles needing to be ended. Carrying too much mental anxiety, mental turmoil, letting things consume your mind. And it's someone that has been carrying around burdens for quite a while. This isn't some energy you just fall into. You build up to this. You accumulate it through all of the energies along the way. So it feels very heavy. It feels like this person's been needing to lay down the burdens and break down barriers mentally for quite a while now. But with the tens, it is the end of the cycle. It is the end of, sorry guys, that's my cat. It is the end of, I want to say, an era almost. Like this person is energetically moving forward into a different state of being, a different way of life. They're releasing a lot of anxieties and frustrations and stress. And it feels like the universe obviously has had a lot to do with this, with the universe card being here. This is a card of divine timing, healing. It's a process. You build up to this. The universe comes in once you are spiritually and, really wholeheartedly ready for it. When you finally tune in and listen to your soul and decide to release things that don't serve you, the universe comes in and they do it quickly, guys. I'm telling you. If you ever find that you're in a state of lack, a period of lack, try letting go, releasing, healing, purging a lot of things. And then watch how the universe kind of follows suit and really flows with you at that period. That's what that comes down to. So you have this divine timing, this universe coming in, and then we have Three of Wands here, which is making a decision. It's making a decision. I'm sorry. Tucker, what are you doing? Stop. It's making a decision to move forward. It's deciding what you really want, what your soul is calling you to do. It's finding that wand and going after it. A lot of people, and it's doing it thoughtfully, because you go from the Two of Wands to the Three. So the Two of Wands is about making decisions that really inspire you. It's figuring out finally what's going to set your soul on fire and going for it. And once you make it the decision, then it's easy to move on and get that Three of Swords energy where you're like, okay, this is the next step I need to take. I'm sorry, guys, 1 second. Okay. That's what the Three of Wands, it really boils down to making that decision of what's right for you and then going forth, and it's almost fearlessly, it's unapologetically. So this person, they're in a period where they're releasing a lot, and it's been about divine timing. It's the ship has come in, the ship sailed, it's time for things to change. And they are finally in a period where they want to make moves, they want to move forward. And I feel like it's after, I feel like they had a period of being stubbornly stuck. This could be someone that's wanting to move as well, but in a fear state of mind, and they're feeling stuck, trapped where they're at also. This could be someone spiritually wanting to move forward, and then physically they can't. For whatever reason, they're just not ready to take that step. Or it's someone that's finally deciding to overcome this period of holding on to things that didn't serve them. Holding on to, the 3D things, the places they were at, the people they were surrounding themselves with, what they, abundance they'd accumulated maybe For a lot of people, this Three of Wands is making a move, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all combined together. It's making that move, and it feels fearful almost. It feels like this person has been so comfortable in the conditioning that they've been in for so long that making that move, it's taken a lot out of them. It's taking a lot for them to get there. You know, maybe they're realizing they need to get out of this energy that they've been in. And, you know, the universe kind of opened their eyes and lightened them a lot to what their purpose is, what their path is. I love that. I love when the universe does that. And a lot of the times, you know, people aren't exactly ready for it, but the universe does. They come in, they open us, they awaken us, they open our mind in order to push us further into our soul's calling, our path, our journey. And sometimes it's necessary to get a kick in the ass, guys. Just gonna say. So what can we get for Leos in this situation? What is going on with Leos in this situation? You had a couple that want to pop out, but they're not. So these two, I'm not going to take them, but it's the Hierophant and the Two of Cups. So with those two together, it speaks about some kind of commitment, some kind of spiritual commitment, especially with it being the Hierophant. It's a very spiritually inclined card. The Two of Cups is also spiritually inclined. It is that yin and yang, that give and take, that deep soulmate connection. So we have transformation. Four of Cups. So you are coming from a period of lack in love or not wanting to connect with, I mean, it feels like it doesn't, it feels like anybody, you know, it's not just this person in particular. It's like you guys were coming from a period of heartache. So you have the transformation card, which is equivalent to the death card. That does speak of scorpionic energy. So maybe with the energies going on with, you know, what we've had with Scorpio recently has stirred up a lot inside of you guys. And then we have this Four of Cups. So the death on the Four of Cups, to me it feels like transforming from a way that you've been. Whether it was, you know, even if it wasn't just related to love in general, it was the love inside yourself and not wanting to give it and focusing on the cup that's fallen over versus the Three of Cups that's right behind you, the joy, the celebration, the happiness that you do have in your life. It's like you guys weren't wanting to see it. You were in this, you know, maybe in a period of stagnancy or low vibrational energy where you were trying to work out some junk. And sometimes when you're working out the junk, you get in a funk. Sorry. That's the Gemini of you guys. I can't help it. But that period, and it's like the heartbreak that you dealt with, the pain that you went inside. You know, this doesn't have to just be about a relationship or heartbreak. This is a relationship reading. But this could be related to many things. You know, and I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's like sometimes we break our own hearts. And that keeps playing in my head, so I'm going to say it. Sometimes we break our own hearts. Whether it's not seeing something for what it was, or not recognizing the pain somewhere, or maybe this is trauma, issues that you've had since childhood that have needed to be healed. And this scorpionic vibe, this transformation, has brought in the healing that needed to take place. Maybe, you know, because of this connection, there was a lot of healing that needed to take place inside of you. And, I mean, you're ending it on this Ace of Crystals, so you're wanting a new beginning. You're wanting prosperity. You're wanting abundance. You're wanting this abundant happiness, this joy in your life. You're wanting this opportunity to present itself. You know, and for me, it feels like in this connection, you're wanting this opportunity to present itself again. And it is because you have reached that point of healing inside of yourself. You finally realize that, okay, you know, everything that needed to be healed, all of these things happened for this purpose, this greater, you know, sense of being, this greater state of being is developing inside of me. And it's wanting to move forward. It's wanting a new beginning in the situation. So what can we grab for the mutual energy? Oh, wow. You guys have jumpers. That one's wanting to come out. Ace of Cups. Cup of love between the two of you. I love that. Wanting a new beginning. Fresh start in love. Second chance. Moving forward into the new. So we have Seven of Cups. Nine of Swords. King of Swords. And there's a lot of sword energy. And then the Moon. Okay. So right out of the bat with this Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about opportunity, options, illusions going on, things like that. It can be a very ethereal card, something that's connected with dreams almost. With this Knight of Swords, I feel like between the two of you, you're wanting some kind of communication when it comes to moving forward, the steps that you want to take moving forward. You know, no longer wanting to be in a state of confusion or a state of, it feels almost dreamlike. Like maybe, maybe it's about communication, the Knights. Sometimes they come in, they charge in. Maybe some of you are wanting the communication in the 3D, but you've been experiencing it in the 5D because it's related to the Seven of Cups. And that Seven of Cups, it can be a period of dreamlike daydreaming, your mental state when it comes to your subconscious, things like that. Maybe you guys have been seeing them in your dreams or communicating in your dreams together. And it's brought a period of the King of Swords on the moon. So King of Swords is very honest, upright, truthful, to the point kind of energy. People a lot of times call him a dick because, well, he can be, and I understand that. But that energy with this moon card, I find the King of Swords refreshing just because he's so brutally honest. I can really appreciate brutal honesty in people, and I'm sure with the Leo energy of you guys, you can definitely appreciate honesty coming in. Even if it hurts your pride a little bit, as a Taurus, I get that feeling too, but I can appreciate honesty. Feels like honest communication or an honest period of, like, something's coming to light. The moon's here. The moon is about hidden. It's about the things that we don't know, the things that we can feel but not explain. It's the things that we, you had that intuition, that gut triggering that's going on, but you can't quite make sense of it. Well, with that King of Swords energy, you're making sense of it. This is both of you making sense, and I feel like you're making sense of this connection and how deep it is and how spiritual it is and what it's brought to both of you. The change that's come forward because of this connection. Because it's brought them to a period of moving forward, of actually moving forward and wanting to take action and leaving behind old ways of being. And the same thing for you. It's brought you guys healing. Through the heartache and the pain, you felt some kind of release come forward. And you've healed parts of yourself that you probably weren't even aware needed to be healed in the first place. It's caused immense growth in you. And it's bringing you to the Ace of Crystals and in between. You guys are wanting to cut out the illusions. You're wanting to communicate. You're wanting to come in. You're wanting to bring truth, both of you. And I feel like it is. It's about the insights that you found because of this connection and how valuable this connection is between the two of you. Because you got to remember, Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups want to pop out at one point. New beginnings, fresh starts. Two of Cups, soulmate connections, soul ties, the Hierophant, commitments. It is also about spirituality, spiritual commitments, insights. Maybe here, you've had this teacher-student thing going on where, they've taught you about yourself in ways that you never knew, and you've taught them about themselves in ways you never thought possible. And it wasn't through a purposeful intention. It was almost accidental. Like they accidentally brought out things inside of you, triggers that needed to be healed. And those are beautiful connections. That's how it happens. I just did a reading on Gemini. You may look into it, especially with the swords energies here, because we have wands here, so we have fire. We have plenty of swords. We have some cups, but that's mostly about love. We have pentacles. We have a little bit of everything on the table. We had the moon, which is Piscean energy. I do correlate it with Cancer just because Cancer does rule the moon. For me, that is a big must with that consideration. We had transformation, which is the death card, Scorpionic energy. I feel like that's that Scorpio moon. It's still like leaving remnants, or it could be the Pluto actions going on with retrograde. It's in Capricorn right now, but Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. So that cosmic transformation is going to happen. And it's, it is a powerful, powerful thing. King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have the universe here, which is equivalent to the world. So the world card, it's, it's Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, your energy, and Aquarius. So, it's not very sign specific. There aren't any that are, digging into one specific sign here, guys. There's a little bit all over the table. But what is very specific is that this is a connection that has transformed both of you. And if, you're watching this and it resonates for you, this connection has transformed you in a way you never thought possible. And at the end, communication wants to come in, truthful honesty, things are going to be shed to light. That's the mutual energy going on between the two of you. All right, so I'm going to grab a couple of my spiritual insight cards and my oracle cards. So see what can we get for Leos. And then, this is my new deck, guys, so bear with me because the shuffling on this one, they stick together so well right now. Gotta break them in a little bit better. Oh, wow, yeah. Okay. So, let's go into these universal cards first. We have, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Yes. Focus on that Ace of Pentacles. You know, this King of Swords energy, this truthful, this universal energy coming in. They're behind you 100% and they are pushing you forward. I recognize that I've chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. The fear, this Ten of Swords, the state, this Three of Swords that you've been in, the Ten of Swords that they've had to release, this Four of Pentacles, it's like they were holding on and you were holding on out of fear. Choose love. Every day. Choose love. When you come from a place of love, you're at your purest, most soulfully guided self. Ego is what comes from the fear. You know, the fear is what pushes us forward to grow into our souls. Speaking of souls, soul name. This is about getting in tune with your divine guidance. One second. I'm sorry. That's what I get for baking cookies first thing in the morning. But your soul name, it is about getting in tune with your purest form of self, your purest form of being. And then you have this inner revolution, which I find very interesting with that transformation card and the universe card on their side. You know, you have transformation here, you have the universe here, and then the moon is in between. So it's like you guys have been forced to go inside and heal yourselves in this connection. But it's because there was a lot going on underneath the surface you didn't quite understand. Or you couldn't quite put your finger on, or you couldn't quite explain. You know, you were drawn to this person in a way that there was no explaining it. It just is. And sometimes that's when you know. That's how you know. Because it just is. The inner revolution, it is. It's about taking that time and going within and shaking things up. You know, your soul being stirred up for a greater good, a greater purpose. You know, I'm looking at the numbers on there, and I mean, really, 4 and 2 make 6. 6 is about healing. 6s are about a divinely guided experience when it comes to healing. Well, they're healing and you're healing. So it is divinely guided. Know and trust that all of the work that you've been putting into, it's being recognized. It is being recognized by spirit. You know, the universe is saying, we see what you're doing. We see this connection. We see the bond between the two of you. And, you know, they are. I feel like they are bringing truth in your dreams. I keep getting drawn back to that 7 of Cups and the Moon, which are about illusions, which are about unknown things. And, you know, between it are both sword cards. The communication, the honesty, it's going to come in. I feel it. It's going to come in. I can't verify if it's 3D or if it's going to be 5D, but if you do have dreams and if you have communication with them in your dreams, pay attention. Pay attention to what they're saying, and then take that into account and put that in your soul. And just trust that the universe is working on the healing between the two of you right now. And then again, this soul name card, I mean, this is all because it comes down to you both going in tune and figuring out your soul's calling, your soul's name, who you are. That's what this divine connection is all about. It is about you getting in tune with who you are and bringing that light and shedding it with the world. You know, you share your gifts, share who you are. This heartbreak, 3 of Swords, leads to that Ace of Crystals. So what you've been through has been worth it. This journey is worth it. Everything that you are going through is shaping you into your most purest form of self. And that is beautiful. That's phenomenal. That's what we want on this journey. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for your June connection tree. I hope you guys have a fantastic month ahead, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Love and light.